Dear students of class 8, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you are doing fine. Alhamdulillah, I am doing fine too. Students, you know very well that, in fact, we all know that due to COVID-19 epidemic, we are staying home for keeping safe. So now, while avoiding social gatherings, we, you teachers, are unable to give you lessons in the classrooms. But in this situation too, we need to carry on with our studies. So we have taken a decision to teach you online. I hope you are going to like it. So let's get started. My dear students, welcome to BAFSC school. Today we are going to learn article. What is article? An article is a word that defines a noun as specific or unspecific. The article itself is an adjective as a part of speech. What are the kinds of articles? Articles are the words a and the. They fall into two categories: indefinite article and definite article. Indefinite article. A and an are indefinite articles, and a precedes a word that begins with a consonant sound, and an precedes a word that begins with a vowel sound. So what are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. These 5 letters are vowels, and the rest of the letters of the English alphabet are consonants. The indefinite article indicates that a noun refers to a general idea rather than a particular thing. For example, you might ask your friend, "Should I bring a gift to the party?" Your friend will understand that you are not asking about a specific type of gift or a specific item. "I am going to bring an apple pie," your friend tells you. Again, the indefinite article indicates that she is not talking about a specific apple pie. Your friend probably doesn't even have any pie yet. It means any kind of apple pie, or which apple pie it is not specified here. So, the indefinite article only appears with singular nouns, not with plurals. Remember that. "Please hand me a book." That means any book will do. It's not any specific book. "Please buy me an autobiography." That means any kind of autobiography will do. No special autobiography is required here. So students, there are 10 items on the screen for you. Fill in the gaps using a or an. You please pause the video for a few seconds and try to guess the answers. Now, match your answers. An orange, a university, an hour, an MA, AU, a European, a one-eyed man, an FCPS, a BA, an onion. Here you can see A in number 2, A is used before U, though U is a vowel. But The U doesn't sound U here. It sounds Y-O-U, like Y. That's why we cannot use an here. In number 3, you see H is a consonant, but it doesn't sound like a consonant. It sounds like our, O-U-R, our. That means H is silent here, and that is why O is pronounced. So we should use an. We do not say our, we say our. That's why an will be before our. In number 4, you see N-M-A. M is a consonant, but it sounds like vowel. M sounds like A-M. That's why here we find A sound in this letter, first letter. That is why A is a vowel, so it sounds like vowel, and N is used here. A-U. A. In number 5, A-U. Here E-W-E-U sounds like U on the letter U. That is why we should use A. In number 6, also like number 5, E-U, it sounds U, Y-O-U, and that is why we should use A. And in number 7, one, a one-eyed man, one sounds like W-A. That is why we use A here, because W is a consonant, we know that. And NFCPS in number 8, NFCPS, see F sounds like A. That means just like number 4, MA. Here F also begins with the sound A. That's why we should take it as vowel sound. In number 9, B sounds like consonant. That is why we use A here. And onion is simple because O is a vowel and it sounds like also vowel, so N is used here. I hope you understood this topic. Use a or an with only singular countable nouns. See in the picture. A or an is used here. A or an is used with indefinite, countable and singular countable nouns. So with singular countable nouns we use indefinite article a or an. But if the countable noun is plural, we should use some. We cannot use a or an. And the definite article the is used with both countable and uncountable and singular and or plural nouns. So the is the most used article. Let's go to the next slide. Remember, we cannot use a or an with plurals. In that case, we'll use some. For example, I have bought an apple. Here, apple is singular. I have bought some apples. Here, apples is plural. That is why we could not use an here. We should use some. Let us go to the next slide. Check out these examples. Now you see, we have used a or an before the countable nouns, but this row is of uncountable nouns, and there is no a or n here. But with countable nouns we could use a or n according to the rules. You can see a man, a child, a Hitler, an elephant, a teacher, a garlic, a uniform, an honest man, an ear, an oily curry. But we cannot use a love, a knowledge, a darkness, a water, a milk, a gold, a coffee, an iron, a ghee, a kindness, because all of these are uncountable nouns. You know, uncountable nouns are those nouns which we cannot count like 1, 2, 3 or 4 in this way. So you can see that we cannot use a or an before uncountable nouns. We do not say, I cooked 50,000 rice today, or could I have 1 water please? Even who says that? Here are some uses of a or an where there are some wrong answers too. Identify those carefully. A 1 taka note, a minibus, a great hero, an orange juice, a lentil, an honesty, a poor beggar, an ideal student, an intelligent, a players. Let us see what happened. You see, here an orange juice is the wrong answer because orange juice is uncountable noun. A lentil is uncountable. Honesty is uncountable too. Ideal student. What is the wrong answer here? Why it is wrong? Because I in ideal is a vowel, but we cannot use a here. The answer should be an. And intelligence. Intelligence is uncountable noun, so there should be no article here. Are players. Here players is a plural word, plural noun, so we cannot use any article. Let's go to the next slide. Uses of definite article the. When you introduce a countable noun for the first time, use a or an before it. But when you have already introduced the countable noun to the listener, use the before it. That means use the to talk about a person or thing already known to the listener. The is the definite article which is used before specific things or persons. See an example. There was a king in a certain kingdom. The king liked fishing. One day he caught a fish. The fish was a small one. A frog was her best friend. The frog became anxious when he saw his best friend in danger. So here we see that the nouns king, fish, frog at first takes the indefinite article a or an, but after the first introduction we used the definite article each time. Students, now match your answers. I have a pet bird. I will show you the pet bird that I keep. My mother bought me an orange umbrella. This is the orange umbrella which a mother bought me. See here in number 2 and number 4. The umbrella and the pet bird are in number 2. The pet bird is already introduced in number 1, and the orange umbrella in number 4 is already introduced in number 3. That is why in both cases we use the definite article. I am a teacher. He is an engineer. Mr. Akash is the CEO of our company. So it is the name of the position, particular position. That is why in number 7 the is used. Number 8, this is a unique example of patriotism. My uncle is a member of the National Parliament. Honesty is the best policy. So here in number 10, the best policy is specified. What is the best policy? It is honesty. So the is used here. In this picture, you can This picture can give you an idea of the difference between a or an and the. Here you see the girl says, I am not a troublemaker. That means what? I am not any old troublemaker. And in the second example, she says, I am the troublemaker. That means I am the one you have all heard about. Okay, so in the first sentence, she is any troublemaker, not specified at all. But in the second sentence, she is specified. She is the one who is the troublemaker. There are some situations where your listener automatically understands what you are referring to. Number 1, can I use the toilet? Here, the listeners and the speaker both know where the toilet is. And number B, could you please pass me the salt? Of course, there is one salt pot on the table, and the speaker is asking the listener to pass the salt to her or him. Number C, bring the duster please. Here the listener knows where the duster is or what is the duster. Number D, the girl in the red gown is my sister. Here the speaker is talking about a specific girl who is wearing a red gown. So here that's why both the girl and the red gown are specified and the is used. Give me the board marker, please. That means what? Both of them, both of the speaker and the listener knows where the board marker is. So in these examples, both the speaker and the listener know and are familiar about the above mentioned nouns. Now come to the next rule. When a noun is unique, we use the definite article. So what is unique? Do you know? It is when everything is unique. That means if there is only one piece of that thing or position, it is called unique. Okay? So we use unique the with the unique things, such as the sun, the President of Bangladesh, the capital city, the Shad Gambuz Mosque, the Padma, the Amazon, it's the name of a river, the Pacific Ocean, the Eiffel Tower. But there are exceptions. We do not use articles before the names of people, islands, lakes, etc. But when these are in plural forms, we use the before them. The Andamans. It is plural because Andamans is a group of islands. The Alps, it is a group of mountains. The United Nations, it is a group of states. The Himalayas, it is also a group of mountains, a mountain range. The Great Lakes. When you put an order to an object that holds a unique position, you use the before it, such as the second time. Here, second is an order word which expresses an order. The 10th page of your book. The 12th edition of that book. The first man to the moon. The third boy of our class. When you use superlative adjectives, use the before it. Small, smaller, smallest. Here, the little bug is the smallest of these three animals. That means what? Smallest is the superlative degree of adjective here. Big, bigger, biggest. Here, biggest is the superlative. Happy, happier, happiest. Here, happiest is the superlative degree of adjective. Let's check out some of the examples of superlatives. The best place ever, the most beautiful girl, the oldest city, the fastest bowler, the worst experience. Next comes the before media and communication, such as the radio, the movies, the print media, the electronic media. Example, nowadays teachers teach through the internet. Exception, there is one exception here. Television usually has no articles before it. We do not use I am watching the TV. I am watching TV. We should say like that. The before periods of time, decades, centuries, and historic periods, such as in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, the previous day or the previous week, the day after tomorrow, during the summer, the 90s, painting from the 1970s. But we do not say in the night or in the noon. We should say rather at noon or at night. Use the before musical instruments when played. In the first picture you can see the guitar. You can say, I can play the guitar. I do not play the drums. My friend plays the clarinet very well. You can play the piano. Do you play the flute? The before body parts. We need to use the before sometimes before the body parts, like you poked me in the eyes. The teacher pulled the boy by the ear. He hit me on the face. Generally, we do not use an article with places, but there are some places or countries that take the before them, such as number 1, the Ukraine, number 2, the Congo, the US, the UK, the Philippines, the Czech Republic, the Middle East, the Netherlands, the Balkan Peninsula, the Baltics. These places take the before them. Some other places. Deserts have the before them, such as the Sahara, the Kalahari, the Gobi. Hotels, the Taj, the Sheraton, the Westin. Museums, the Louvre, the Bangabandhu Jadughar. Theatre, the Sydney Opera House, the Theatre Institute Chittagong. With some diseases, we use the before some of the diseases, such as the plague, the mumps, the gout, the measles, and the flu. We use the with comparative degree of adjectives. See here. The sooner, the better. The more, the merrier. The more we get, the more we want. Use the before the names of holy books, newspapers, epics, ships, trains, aircrafts, etc., such as the Al-Quran, the Paradise Lost, the Titanic, the Suborno Express, the Apollo 11, the Daily Star, the Prothom Alo. See here, the Al-Quran is a holy book, the Paradise Lost is the name of an epic, the Titanic is the name of a ship, the Suborno Express is the name of a train, the Apollo 11 is the name of an aircraft, the Daily Star is the name of a newspaper, and the Prothom Alo too. That's all for today. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to use no articles or cross. At the end of the lesson, I'll take a test to check your understanding of my lecture. It will be taken in the next video, not now. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Thank you very much for watching.